Welcome back. In the southeastern region of the country, the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, is insisting on the policy of 3-day work and 2-day farming for workers in his state. Governor Okorocha told journalists in Abuja that he only needs them, that's the civil servants, for 3 days, and it will add to the state's productivity if the workers spend the rest of their week farming.
Under the present economic situation we find ourselves, I think the best thing to do is to put more emphasis on agriculture. And I'm asking the civil servants, just give me 3 days of your time. Just 3 days is enough for me to carry out the activities of the state. But then take the 2 days and go back to agriculture and help yourself. We've launched Community Government Council to enable them farm. That is not working enough. We've introduced plant a palm. We've done so many agricultural programs, and they have to be around to do it. Because those Wednesdays and those Thursdays and Fridays, they use it for burial. They use those days for burial activities anyway, and you hardly see them in the office. So why don't you give me 3 quality days? That's enough for me. They use the 2 days for farming, then they use it for naming ceremonies and other things. I mean, we have to go that way if Nigeria has to. Because what are we doing in the office? Nothing.
Governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. The Adamawa State government, that is the Adamawa State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, says it has intercepted a trailer transporting 17 cartons of illicit drugs. Men of the Adamawa State Command of the agency working under Operation Safe Haven say the truck was traveling from Onitsha in Anambra State in the southeast to Mubi in Adamawa State. The drugs were concealed in unmarked cartons alongside other goods being transported to the northeast when the officials intercepted the vehicle.
The success of this arrest and seizure was a product of good intelligence management and dedication of officers to duty, and is highly commendable. With this seizure, we have frustrated some drug dealers out of their wicked business, and many lives have been saved. It is pertinent to know that drug dealers can use any type of vehicle to conceal and transport hard drugs. To this end, I call on the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, to enlighten their drivers to endeavor to find out the type of goods they are carrying, as ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
And now to the health sector, and medical personnel insist that timely and regular tests can ensure early detection of breast and cervical cancer in women. Wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, reiterated this position in Abeokuta, the state capital, while declaring open a camp for young and adolescent women. Mrs. Amosun says it's important that women pay good attention to their health to be able to play their roles in society.
The only prevention in cases of cancer. So we always have awareness programs whereby we speak to our women and explain to them that they need to examine themselves on a regular basis, and that if they notice any abnormality, especially in their breast, that they should seek medical attention. However, on a yearly basis here in Ogun State, we have screening exercises for women. They're free, and when we discover that some of our women have lumps maybe in their breast, we actually organize free excisions that we remove the lumps for them free of charge. But again, it's an opportunity to say to the women that we should be conscious of our body, we should take note of our body, and if we notice anything that's abnormal, then we should quickly seek medical advice, as there is no cure for cancer yet, but we need to be vigilant, as early detection is the only prevention.
That's the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, speaking at the launch of a camp for young and adolescent women, also promoting the early detection of cervical cancer and breast cancer, telling the people that it will make for a good contribution to society if women are aware of this fact and make sure that they get tested early. And that's from the health sector in the Southwest. And the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has been on a state visit to the country in Nigeria. He was at the presidential villa in Abuja. He was in Abuja to see the president. He was also in Sokoto to see the Sultan of Sokoto, The next step is Saudi Arabia, where he'll be meeting foreign ministers from the six-nation Gulf Cooperation Council. But before he left the country, Mr. John Kerry made another call for girls to be encouraged to enroll in school. That is, Nigerian girls, especially those of the northern extraction. Mr. Kerry, who was meeting with a group of girls, said that they have as much potential as their male counterparts to attain any height in life. And that's where we leave it for this edition of News Across Nigeria, where from the north to the south, east and the west, we inform you on what's happening now across the Nigerian Federation. Many thanks for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay from all of us here. See you next time.